Hello and welcome to Aligned with Birth. I'm Hilary Valentine and I am so happy you are here. This is a course that I have done in person many times for pregnant women, and I'm finally getting around to delivering it in a digital format so it can reach more mothers. It is just the essence of what I think every pregnant woman should know about in terms of how her pelvic floor and her body can support her birth when she does certain movements and builds certain awareness through pregnancy with the goal of having just the most beautiful birth possible. Now, of course, no one can guarantee anything when it comes to birth, and these are simply what is offered here in this course is simply ways that you can stack the cards in your favor. It's not a silver bullet. There are too many unknowns in and around birth to guarantee anything. But many of these things I did myself during my pregnancies, and I've supported dozens of women through this process. And for most of them, it is clearly beneficial. So let's dive in. Go ahead. There we go. Okay. So by the end of this workshop, you are definitely going to have a much better understanding of the pelvic floor system's role in birth. Like, what is it? What does it do? How does it get in the way? And what can you do about that in pregnancy to try to prevent there being a potentially, let's just call it a pelvic floor issue during labor? You're going to learn about the breath and its impact on the pelvic floor, and why mobility and balance in the pelvis is so important. I'll get more into what exactly is mobility and balance in this little workshop. We're going to identify pelvic positions, and I'm going to teach you how to identify them on yourself. So what position are you in? Where do you tend to be? And what are the available positions within your body? And then the best part of this course really is I'm going to be giving you my top and favorite movements that I give almost every single client I see, whether they are pregnant or postpartum. These are just rock solid, gold standard movements for the pelvis, especially for women of childbearing age. And lastly, we will end with a beautiful ideal birth visualization that you can use to better connect to your baby and really start wrapping your head around the beautiful birth you are going to have. A little bit more about myself. So as I mentioned, my name is Hilary Valentine. I am a holistic women's health coach, pelvic floor therapist, occupational therapist. I've been trained as a birth and postpartum doula. And most importantly, though, I am a mom of two. I had two natural births in the hospital, and I credit my beautiful births to not knowing anything about the pelvic floor, because those occurred before I became a pelvic floor therapist, but truly what I did that was so on point was my breath. And that's why breath is a big part of this course. And I come to this course with some core beliefs about you as a mom, as a pregnant, expecting woman. You are so innately wise, and you have emerging in you, or maybe you already feel it, this innate wisdom and intuition. And I want you at all times to use that, go back to that as your core compass. So if there's things I say in this course that just don't really sit with you right, then listen to that. That is your guiding compass. I'm here as another source of information and guidance, but I'm not the end all be all. So take what you think is helpful from this course, and if there's anything that comes up that just feels not quite right in your body or on you, certainly reach out to me, and I may be able to support you through that and figuring out, well, why does that feel that way with you? And maybe you're misunderstanding, or you're not, if it's a movement, you're not doing it quite right, or maybe there's something wiser than both you and I inside you guiding you to a better way. Also, my goal, my hope is that by the end of this course, you feel more empowered, confident, and calm when you think about giving birth and welcoming your baby into this world. Thank you for joining this course, and I hope you enjoy every minute.